Hello, my name is Natalie. Welcome to my channel Diamond Painting by Nat, and in this video I would like to share with you my favorite crystal cleansing methods. First of all, let me just give you a short summary why I think it is essential to cleanse the crystals after you purchase them. The thing is that before the crystal gets into your collection, it goes through many people, so to say. Every single person has their own energy, and they absorb that energy. That energy is not necessarily supposed to be a bad energy, but just imagine from geologists or miners, whoever mines the crystals, to the sellers, to the vendors, to the buyers, all those people touch the crystal, look at the crystal, and although I'm pretty skeptical about the metaphysical properties of the crystals, I do believe in their energy, and it has already been scientifically proven that crystals can collect massive amounts of information almost indefinitely. So I do believe that they collect the energy as well. So, but before cleansing, what I do, I'm a pretty germophobic person. So when I purchase a crystal, the first thing I do is clean it with the alcohol, because you never know who touched it, with what hands, like in the meaning of if these hands were clean, what they did before with these hands. So I clean every single of my crystal with alcohol just to get rid of the germs. Now, if we are talking about the cleansing of the crystals energy wise, so there are different ways to do it. The first one is, for example, put them under the sun outside, but not all crystals can be exposed to the sunlight. Unfortunately, I'm recording at night. There is no full moon or any kind of moon. It is raining, so I cannot show you this method in full, but yeah, the way you cleanse and charge the crystals is under the sun. But as I just mentioned before, not every single crystal can be exposed to the sun. For example, amethyst cannot be under the sun for a very long time, otherwise it loses its color. The same goes to citrine, to fluorite. So be very careful when you select a certain method of cleansing or charging your crystals. Just read about those crystals that cannot be exposed to long time at the sun. Now, another method is to cleanse and charge the crystals under the moonlight. Again, unfortunately I cannot show it to you because I'm recording at night and it is raining, although I read that it is not really about the moonlight being seen, it's about the moon energy that cleans and charges them, but I don't know. Another method is to cleanse the crystals in the salt, because salt absorbs negative information. So I do not have that much salt at my home. That is why I show you what I have. I'm sorry, but preferably the crystal should be, let me take another crystal, this gorgeous sunstone, although it is synthetic, man-made, although the copper that is inside is natural, so it should be like under the salt. The whole stone, the whole crystal should be like under the salt, right? All of it. So again, you should be also very careful with this method, because some crystals are very soft, in the meaning that they have a very fragile structure, and the structure of the crystal can be damaged because of the salt crystals. Like, for example, malachite. When I just started collecting my crystals, I did put it in the salt, and then I cleanse it with the water. And this is another method to cleanse the crystals, which is super easy and fast, but Again, you should be very careful because some crystals cannot be exposed to the water. Those that can be cleansed, in regular water like this, in the fossil. You can do it in, for example, ocean water, in the river, anywhere. You can Google the list of crystals that cannot be exposed to water, but the way I learned what crystals I should be careful with when it comes to water, all the crystals that end with "ite", for example, selenite, apatite, malachite that I cleansed in the salt and then exposed it under the water and to the water, and then I actually noticed that the structure did get damaged a little bit. So malachite, selenite, amazonite, apatite, sodalite, the fluorite, etc. So these crystals, pyrite, that end on "ite" cannot be exposed to water. You should limit the time when they're exposed to water. I mean, if you, for example, water lepidolite, you will have a shower with it once, or wash your hand with the ring that has malachite in it, nothing will happen. But long exposure may damage the crystal, so be very careful. Another method is the soil. You can just bury your crystals in the soil, or if you don't have this opportunity, you can do it in the pot of the flower, like the flower pot. But I'm personally, again, a germophobic person, so I wouldn't do that because there are a lot of germs in the ground, in the soil. So what about my favorite methods of cleansing? So I just gave you a list of the methods that exist, but I do not really like using them because they have too many exceptions, to the rule. There are a lot of crystals that cannot be cleansed in this or that method. Now, what are the methods that can be applicable to all the crystals? First of all, my favorite one is the incense with the smoke. It can be done with the sage, white sage, but to tell you the truth, I hate that smell. Every time I smell it, I just hate that scent. Every time I smell it, I just want to throw up. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have such a reaction. I just hate the smell. So you can use, for example, incense sticks instead. What you have to do is try to have the smoke all over the crystal. This way the smoke cleans that very crystal, like the smoke going around the crystal. Another method that I like is with geodes. For example, amethyst geode cleans the crystals itself. So for example, I put this yellow calcite bracelet on it, and it supposedly is cleansing it. Another method is cleansing the crystals on a selenite. So selenite is already a self-cleansing and self-charging crystal, and it can cleanse and charge other crystals. So, but first of all, just let me educate you a little bit, unless you don't know. I, for example, didn't know. Actually, this stone selenite is confused with satin spar. In reality, it is a very popular stone, and mistakenly this stone is called selenite, but in reality this is a satin spar. Selenite is this stone. As you can see, it is more clear, more transparent than this selenite satin spar, right? You can see through. Actually, this is not the best piece when it comes to transparency and clarity, but I'm pretty sure you can see my hand through it, right? And the carpet. It is more expensive than this. setting spar, but at the same time both of them share the same properties. They are both self-cleansing because they are coming, so to say, from the same family. So long story short, this is selenite and this is setting spar. It is more milky, not as transparent, while this is more clear, and it usually comes like in plates, in pieces like this, while setting spar can be carved in anything. I actually purchased this one in Home Goods. It was on sale for $20 and it is very cheap for this piece. It would cost way more expensive than that in other stores or gem show. So here you can see the selenite or setting spar half moon that I purchased actually at Marshall's. It was $10, and you can also place your crystals on selenite and itself cleans. It cleanses the crystals while it's cleansing itself as well. Or if you do not have such pieces, what you can do, you can just put any piece of selenite next to the crystal that you want to cleanse, and it will be cleansing it as well. Another method is with the fire. Actually, it's not my favorite one. I do not really have the real candles. This is this works on the batteries, but what people also do, they also cleanse the crystals with fire. So what they do, they just put it like this in circle motions, a crystal. They go around the candle, and the fire is supposed to cleanse the crystal. So like water, kind of like cleansing the crystals with 4 elements. So you select the one that you like the best: earth, air, fire, water. I think I wasn't correct when I was saying the soil, right? I guess earth, like you bury the crystals into the earth. Okay, so another method is cleansing with the sound. Okay, so what you can do, you can either find the cleansing music on YouTube. There's plenty of that music, and it is really very beautiful. Or you can use a singing bowl. I really love it. I think the sound is fantastic. I love playing on the singing bowl. I wish I had a bigger one, but unfortunately they are pretty expensive. Maybe I will buy them on the gem show in June, a bigger one. It's harder to play with this very stick. I don't remember how the correct equivalent in English for this thing, but I usually hold it in my hand. That is why I can play without a problem. But when it's standing on the floor, it's more complicated to do it with this bigger stick. But the sound is amazing. The vibration is so great, it just goes straight into the heart, especially if you hold it in your hand. It is also sometimes recommended to actually place a crystals inside. For example, let's put this smoky quartz. And as you can hear, the sound is different, the vibration is different. So, my favorite methods are the cleansing with the sound, singing bowl, with the air, the smoke of the incense stick, and selenite. I think they're the easiest ones, and at the same time very universal to every single crystal. You don't have to worry about the crystal being damaged. And when it comes to my favorite incense sticks, they are from brand Satya. I tried different incense sticks. Some of them are good, some of them bad, but my favorite ones are Satya, and my favorite scents from Satya are Superheat. This is the most favorite, I would say. Mir or Meyer. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It smells like the church. Oh, I love it. Indian rose. And I hope YouTube won't ban my video for that. Black opium. I really love this. For smells, positive vibes are also good. So if you haven't tried Satya, I would definitely recommend you trying it. Amazing scent, especially Superheat. This one is my favorite one. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please share in the comments below the video what is your favorite method of cleansing and or charging your crystals. I don't really charge them, but I do cleanse them from the energy, from the negative energy, from any other person's energy. Just it's like, for the way I see it, is like rebooting the crystal. You know, like when you purchase a phone, right? You just reboot it to the factory settings, right? You just delete everything that it had before so that it would work for you. So the same is with a crystal. This is the way I see it when I purchase a crystal. I want to reboot it to, so to say, factory settings, right? So it would have zero information from the previous people that touched it or we were in contact with it. So this is all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really very sorry for the video to be pretty long. Again, I cannot speak briefly about the crystals. I can speak hours about them. Thank you so much and see you soon.